Good evening, everybody. How are we all doing? Welcome to Monday's evening stream. So I want to say hi to Dana, Jeff, Steve, Sad Mac, Mike, Trina. Hello, everybody. So hopefully everybody had a better Monday than I did. So hey, Steve. Glad you guys could all join. We'll sit here and BS a little bit until see if anybody else shows up. So I promised some Mac content, so I'm not going to hopefully disappoint too much. So it's kind of hard to see. This camera's horrible. So, but we have I hate to say it, but we have a sad Mac here. At least it was pretty sad the last time I played with it, which is probably back in, my lord, May or June maybe. So if you guys watched my iMac G4 stream, I told you about my 20-incher that the cat's knocked off the table. Well, here she is, in fairly one piece for the most part. However, I will tell you that I'm not going to tear this computer apart because I don't have the room to work on it. So if it's not working, then this is going to go to New Jersey with me probably at the end of the month, and Steve and I are going to rip it apart on one of his big tables because this thing is huge. This thing makes my iMac G5 look tiny. I mean, it's ridiculous how huge this thing is. And it is heavy. I mean, it is horribly heavy. So, which makes sense because they probably put an extra piece of lead in the base just to keep the damn thing from falling over. And this screen isn't exactly light either. So, when I got this machine, it was pristine and fully functional. And I was sitting here playing with it a couple of times, and I left it on the table, which, as everybody knows, is kind of wobbly. And in the process of it sitting on the table one night, my cat, notably Simon, knocked the whole table down. So, and the last time I tried to power it on, I got nothing out of it. So I don't know if it was just having a bad day. Hell, for all I know, maybe I didn't have it plugged in and I didn't realize it. So I just remember I got pissed off, threw it in the corner, and it's just been sitting there ever since. So, but I did clean it. So it was dusty and dirty and everything else. So, It's a really beautiful machine. There's absolutely no damage to the screen. There are no scratches, dents, scrapes, anything such as that. So I don't believe that the LCD panel is damaged at all. The bezel is broken, but that's minor. I can fix that. I mean, that's repairable. The screen itself, I don't even want to know if I'd want to try to source a 20-inch iMac G4 screen. These things are pretty rare to begin with, and I actually got told I would be an idiot if I didn't buy this thing. And it's probably, over the years, it's probably one of the most expensive Macs I ever bought. So yeah, Dana. Yeah, I'm sure. So, but like I said, if there's something majorly wrong with the machine, I am not going to open it up tonight. I'll find something else to screw with. Because I don't have the room to work on it. So, this is something that's better taken to Steve's. We are planning on getting together after Christmas. So, and we can stream from his locale, where he has an 8-foot long table to work on stuff. So, I'm sure everybody is getting a pretty good idea of the layout of my living room at this point. So, this is my sofa, okay, which is doing nothing but collecting computers and cables and crap. This is going to go eventually here. As soon as I get the money to get rid of this thing, or if I can find somebody to haul the thing out of here, then I'm going to get rid of it. It's huge. I don't use it, well, except to store computers. And, you know, it's really annoying. So, my goal is to replace this couch, and this couch is at least 6 feet long, if not longer, with a desk and everything else to work on. So, and actually Steve has a desk for me that he's graciously going to donate to me, which is, I think, about 2 feet wide. So even if I can't move like the computer over here, which I'll probably have to do if I'm going to stream, I'll at least have work area to do projects like that. This is the stuff that I used to be able to do down in the shack until it became a pile of rubble. So, you know, I can't really do this kind of stuff here at the house. So, goals, you know, long-term goals. So, yeah, Dana, but you still have to pay. You have to pay for them to take something this big, though. So, you can't just throw a sofa out on the curb and expect them to take it. So, I could stream from my MacBook. Yeah. So I've been talking to Steve, and we've been talking about me doing a cat stream, so you guys could just have like a half an hour stream or something with just my cats on the screen. And I keep telling him, I said I'm going to set up my MacBook Pro in the bedroom, take my high definition camera back, and turn all the lights on, and just show off all the cats. So, and for anybody who doesn't know, I have 10 of them, and they are bad, and they are very annoying to try to get into bed with. So, I'm hoping that my ex will finally show up and maybe take a couple eventually. So, yeah, I thought about that, Trina. The problem with the sofa is it's not really in the greatest shape. It's kind of, I mean, I do have cats, you know, and they've used it as a scratching post, and you can't really see, but the corners are ripped up. I mean, it's an overall decent shape. I mean, it's dirty, but I mean, it's in decent shape overall. It's just the sides are ripped up because of the cats, and you know, it's just, you know, I thought about calling like Salvation Army or someone, because you know they do that kind of stuff. I don't know if they would be interested in it or not. They get kind of picky about the kind of stuff they pick up. They don't just pick up anything. So, and the fact that I live in a second floor apartment doesn't help matters either. A lot of these places won't pick up something from the second floor. So, I don't know. I'm still working on it. I've gotten a rough quote of between $75 and $100 to haul it off, which truthfully I think is ridiculous. But I kind of see where they're coming from, because they got to pay the guys to come get it, and then they got to pay the dump to take it. So, welcome to Pennsylvania. You know, we got to pay for everything here. So, oh, anybody new? Nope, nobody new. Catter Dark 3.0, yeah. Oh. So, just want to let everybody know, I mean, I do have plans, so, you know, I am working on things since I now live alone, so I don't have to worry about anybody else. I don't have to worry about anybody else. Just me and my cats. So, Steve, you would terrify me with a freaking chainsaw, dude. I don't know if I'd want you anywhere near a chainsaw. And this is assuming you could even find the damn chainsaw. It's probably buried in the garage somewhere. So, and Dana, I don't have my truck anymore. So, if I did, I mean, this would be easy. I could just find a couple of guys to haul it downstairs, throw it in a truck, and just haul it to the dump myself. Pay them. I don't know. I think you pay them by weight. So, but yeah, I don't have my truck anymore, so that makes that a little difficult. You know, so, and finding somebody to come over and help me is another story. I can't exactly take it downstairs. So, but I'm working on it slowly. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping my ex might be interested in taking it and putting it in her new apartment, assuming she ever gets a new fucking apartment. So, you know. Oh, my stepson has a truck. I mean, if I need to, I mean, I could get one from him. So, but, you know, it's not a very high priority thing. It's just, you know, I would like to be able to work on stuff, you know, and get rid of this ridiculous little frickin' table, because, you know, this thing is, it's nice when you want to swivel something around, but that's about it. It's great for a laptop or something. I mean, it's a great little laptop table. You know, you just have your laptop there, but yeah. Yeah, it's a little terrifying when you put a 20-inch G4 iMac on it. It's a little terrifying when you put a 20-inch G5 iMac on it. So, and just to put things in perspective, I paid more for this G4 20-inch iMac than I did for my 20-inch iSight G5 prototype iMac, and I paid $50 for that. So let that put in perspective how much this thing cost. Hands down, this is almost one of the most expensive computers I own. Right up there with the Apple II Plus, which I really kind of overpaid for, but seeing as how hard they are to get in working condition. But this is right up with the PS2 model P70 portable in price. So, yeah, Trina. I could put Steve has a minivan. I mean, we could probably fit it in the back of his minivan, to be honest with you. So, but yes, Mike, I am going to fix it. It's just whether or not it's going to be fixed tonight or if it's going to be fixed in a couple of weeks at Steve's. So I'm not letting this, I'm not letting this die. 20-inch iMacs are very, very hard to come by. I very rarely see them, and from what I understand, they didn't even make them one whole year. Let me look here. That's a G4. Yeah, so the 20-inch iMac was only made from November of 2003 to July of 2004. So, in all honesty, this would be probably one of the rarest G4 iMacs. I mean, these things are... iMac G4s are a dime a dozen. Even today, 15 and 17-inch models are everywhere. Very rarely do you see a 20. So, yes, I am fixing it. One way, or come hell or high water, it will be fixed. And I can't imagine there's really anything majorly wrong with it. I'm thinking that something inside the base might have come loose, but the problem is with the sheer size of this thing, getting into the base is an absolute nightmare because it's bigger than my table. And the way you have to actually work on these things, because of the way the whole base comes apart, you basically have to do it all upside down. So, and just so everybody knows, I love the aesthetics. I love these machines. These things are freaking. They're all. I mean, they're not the best performing machine, but I mean, it is an iMac. So I mean, you can't expect everything. This is probably the best one I've ever had. This is a 1.25 gigahertz G4. And from what I understand with these 20-inch iMacs, is the springs in the arm are usually bad. And as you see, this one is not. It's not even close. You know, it works perfectly. So, I'm hoping it's just a matter of I forgot to plug it in too. I really do. I hope it's all it is. I hope I just got ticked off at the cat and threw it in the corner for no reason. So, hey Jeff, how you doing? So, yes, Mike, this is a very beautiful machine. I mean, I don't understand why Apple went from this to the G5. Not that the G5 is an inherently bad or even bad looking machine. I just think this one looks so much better. So, you know, Mike, when you put it that way, that just sounds really, really bad. Yes, I know how to work on these. I've worked on them before. This particular one, I just don't have room for it because it's a humongous screen. And I'm not willing to damage the screen. If it was my 15-inch iMac and the screen got cracked, big deal. I mean, they're like a dime a dozen on eBay. I don't even want to know. The screen on this thing's probably worth more than the whole freaking computer is. So, but, yeah, I don't understand why Apple didn't continue a design similar to this. I mean, these are like the coolest freaking LCD computers you could get. You know, so yeah, they're kind of bulky, but I mean, not really. I mean, if you really think about it, they're really not they're no worse than my. Actually, I think they're a little better than my G5. At least this one here, I can swivel the monitor and readjust it easily. You know, I can't do that on my G5. Oh. So, don't get me wrong, I love my G5. So, here it is, and it's I mean it's you can see there's no damage to the screen at all. Just this bezel is a little screwed up, which I can deal with that. That's minor. It's more cosmetic than anything. So, oh, let's see here. Probably should have hooked all this crap up earlier, but I didn't think that far ahead. And I actually also have a set of Apple Pro speakers to go with this machine. If anybody's ever heard of if anyone's ever heard the Apple Pro speakers, they sound wonderful. Okay. So, see what happens. Fan came on. but nothing else. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong with it. Because I can't even shut it off. So the fan in the base of the computer is working. Like if I hit the button, this fan comes on. But that's all that happens. Nothing else happens. And then once you turn it on, it won't go back off. It's weird. Oh, there it goes. It actually did turn off. So something's got to be alive in there, because otherwise it wouldn't be doing that. At least I wouldn't think. Of course, I have no sound coming out of it at all. Steve, to answer both your questions, no and no. I had the external display plugged in, nothing, and the power button is not jammed. When I press the power button, the internal exhaust fan in the top comes on, and if I hold the button, it will eventually shut off, and that seems to be about all it does. So I don't know if that's it's possible, Raw Elements, and welcome, by the way, that yes, that it may be that. So this is probably going to be a job for when I go to Steve's, because like I said, I am not going to attempt to tear this apart here. You bet the memory is dislodged. Well, I wonder. Oh! Let's take the bottom cover off, and we can at least take a look in there. Maybe something will jump out at us. Well, that's delightfully not helpful. Well, okay. Well, it does have an Airport Extreme and a DIMM of memory. Has a 512 meg DIMM of DDR memory in it. I mean, I guess we could leave this out and see if anything changes. Yeah, I know there's a RAM slot inside the machine as well, but I'm not going to take the base apart to access it. I really didn't even want to take the bottom plate off, to be honest with you. Oh my god. Oh. Whew. The good news is I don't hear any rattles or anything when I move the machine. So I guess that's a good start. Oh. Man, this thing's heavy. Yeah, I know, Dana, but the problem is I got to take the whole base apart. And I'm not going to do that with it in my lap. I mean, I doubt this is going to make a difference, but... Nope. No, it doesn't do anything. It's dead as a door, almost dead as a doornail. Oh. Oh. Well, I already took the bottom plate off, so screw it. Might as well take the sub base apart and see if anything pops out at us. It does have the Airport Extreme, which is good because at least then it's not totally useless on Wi-Fi. And I know it's kind of hard to see, and I apologize. There's not really a whole heck of a lot I can do about that. This is one of those weird machines that's very hard to kind of work on, unfortunately. Well, I just kind of want to take a look and see if there's anything that kind of jumps out at me. Alright, Trina, have a good one. We might be here. We might not be here. You never know. Turn the base all the way to the right. Like so. Yeah, I've only taken like one or two of these apart over the years, and I've always done it in a more computer friendly environment. So I had intended on getting in this machine and doing some upgrades and stuff to it, because if I remember correctly, this thing is pretty much bone stock. Alright. Well, there's no battery in it. Steve, does it need a battery? Well, it can't need a battery because there couldn't have been a battery in this. Well, let's see here. What's the primary holdup here? There's 2 IDE cables? Wow, that's kind of odd. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there was ever a battery in this. Because it doesn't, I mean, there's no top, but it doesn't look like it actually has one either. Definitely not been opened in a long time, judging from the dust. Okay, where is the CUDA switch? Yeah, dust bunnies, that's for sure. There ain't no dust bunnies in this thing, there's freaking dust rabbits. This computer definitely has not been opened up for a long time. So apparently somebody opened it up at some time because the battery's missing. Steve, I don't see any reset switches on this particular computer. Hey, free cookies. Everybody needs free cookies, Trina. Who wouldn't want free cookies? What the heck is this? HH. Okay, that's weird. Okay, Steve. Okay, Steve is sending me text messages. Oh, it's on the bottom. Oh. Oh yeah, like I would have ever freaking seen that. What? What the hell? Okay. So, unplug the computer. Press the power management unit reset switch. Okay. Wow, I got some life. Oops. Yeah, it hungers for blood. That's... sounds about right. Alright. Well, now I'm back to exactly where I was. And I have a red light on the bottom. Whoops. Oh, well, that's very helpful. If the red LED just means that it's getting power. Okay, so I did finally get it to sort of power up. I got 2 beeps out of it, Steve. I know 3 beeps is, I think, a memory error. Oh, okay. Steve was nice enough to give me the service manual. Incompatible RAM types. Huh. Well, that says 1 gig DDR 2700. This is 512 megs DDR 333. Hey, Midna. Yeah, that's what I'm trying now, Steve. Let me take this one out. Well, I got one beep that time. Still nothing on the display. Trina, I hardly ever unplug computers when I remove the memory. What for memory might I have lying around this house? DDR2. That's DDR2. 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 I got tons of DDR2. Anybody need DDR2? There's 512 megs of DDR. That's PC 100, PC 100, PC 100. There's DDR 3200. What's this? DDR2. DDR2. Good lord. I have enough DDR2 here to kill somebody. DDR2, DDR2, DDR2. Wow. That's not helpful. But we do have, what the hell is that? Wi-Fi card. I do have a couple sticks of regular old DDR here. PC 100. So, what we can do, we'll take this small DIMM out, and I don't know. Let's try this 1 gig module. And this is PC 3200, but you would think it would still work. I actually trained quite a few of those sticks of DDR memory. Actually, came from these ThinkPads. This big, humongous box of ThinkPads that I have, because they all use DDR2. So I felt, well, long story short, it worked perfectly. Cats knocked it off. Hasn't worked since. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right. Nothing. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, she fell down and went boom. That's for sure. Well, I got one beep out of it that time. Trina tells me that means incompatible memory. So let's try this 512 meg stick here once. I still only get the one beep out of it, but I think there's a power supply problem. Hey Jay, how you doing? And I am not going to dig into that tonight. Yeah, I don't think it's got any life because the power PC chip's not even getting warm. Oh, you know what? That's the stick I took out of the stupid machine. Oh my god. Alright, one more shot here. I still only get one beep out of it, no matter what stick of memory's in it. I will. So that's where we're going to leave it for today, because I am not going to attempt to get to the power supply, because the power supply is all the way up in the top of the dome. I'm crazy. I'm not insane. So this is going to have to wait till I go to Mr. Steve's place later this month. Well, the problem is, Trina, if that's slot 1 for memory, I'm kind of SOL there because I don't have any other sticks to stick in there. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Steve, because the internal slot is not user serviceable. Technically, it's not supposed to be user serviceable. And I've actually gotten these computers that don't even have... Yeah. Not tonight. If I left now, I would be at your house almost at 11:30. Maybe 11 o'clock if I drive like a lunatic, like I usually do. But you know how I am with driving at night. Yes, that's Simon. That's the asshole that knocked this iMac off of the table. It's all your fault, you jerk. I mean, if we need to get a logic board or something, I mean, that's going to be a logic board's easier to find in the screen because, you know, the 17-inch models still use the same logic board. Yeah. Now he just wants on my lap right now is what he wants. Oh my gosh, getting warm. He's a lap cat. He wants to be on my lap all the time. Needless to say, I don't keep computers sitting on this table any longer. I'm pretty good with taking off anything that might be heavy, at least. Like my laptops and stuff. Like I left my Panasonic on it last night. That I don't worry too much about. I don't blame the cat. Yeah, Steve knows all about my monopod table, as he calls it. Oh wow, Jay. Thanks for the positive attitude. This is why it's kind of unsteady, because it's just a single pole here, and it's not a very big base either. So, and I don't blame the cat. He's just being a cat. You know. He's just he's a very lovable hairball. Oh, there he goes. And as I told you, he wants on my lap. Hi. What are you doing, Fuzzy? He's just a big baby. I put my laptops on it, Jay, and it's not too bad. I mean, then again, laptops, if they get knocked over, they're not going to complain nearly as much either. Because, I mean, I've already chucked my MacBook Pro at the wall once, and truthfully, the MacBook Pro won that round because I had this humongous dent in my wall. So, hey Simon, hey Simon, Simon. So we're gonna put this one on hold for now, and we will take it to Steve's. We'll do a super duper live stream from New Jersey in the company of his rabbits, and we'll spread this thing out on his big table, and take care of it. And gee, I treat my Macs pretty well. I just happened to go to bed and left it on the table. So let's get something a little more interesting. We'll get the one out that Jay hates the most. Oh, goodness. This thing is heavy. Not as heavy as the G4, though. Whew. Jay hates this computer. Keeps trying to get me to get rid of it. Keeps telling me it's a piece of trash. I think he's full of it. I don't even think Jay's paying attention. Jay, I treat my computers pretty well. I just have anger issues sometimes. Well, what does it look like sitting on the table, Jay? There's absolutely nothing wrong with this one, Trina. This computer gets babied. Well, I shouldn't say it doesn't really get babied. It definitely doesn't get left out places, though. Oh. Okay, well that would explain a lot of things. Remove that. Okay. There we go. Whoops. All right, Jay. Cool. Okay. The reason I got this one out, Trina, is because the other day when I tried to, before I got this Atlona scaler from, well, that I got from, where did I get it? eBay, I think. I was farting around with this machine, and I was having resolution issues. It wouldn't lock. To a lot of things. So I hadn't tried it. But like I tried running let's see here. So I tried running Wolfenstein here. And I was only getting like half the screen, like the top half of the screen was showing up. The rest of the screen wouldn't show up. So system. Let me know if the sound from the computer is too loud. All right, now it's cutting off the top. Bye, Midna. Alrighty, Jay. Well, That actually looks better on the scaler than it does on the screen.
Come in.
Let me know how it's coming through over there.
Well, Jack, have we heard anything?
Yes, sir. We've just received a coded transmission from Kessler, our contact in the Kreisau Circle.
And?
Both agents have been captured and are being held in Castle Wolfenstein.
Damn. Call a meeting, Jack.
Yes, sir.
All right, gentlemen. Now let's go through it again by the numbers. What did we miss?
Well, here's what we know. This is Castle Wolfenstein, located in the Harz Mountains of northern Germany, property of Heinrich Himmler. Now, we've known of the existence of Castle Wolfenstein for some time, but we've only recently heard reports from our Kreisau Circle contacts in the German resistance regarding bizarre occult rituals taking place there. Now, these characters are part of Himmler's newly formed SS Paranormal Division, a small but elite group comprised of members possessing above-average IQs and backgrounds with the occult and/or paranormal. The one in charge is this woman, Helga von Bülow. Our Kreisau contact in one of the villages below the castle has informed us that she and other members of the division have been recently deployed to the area. The kraut with the monocle is one Wilhelm Strasse, also known as Death's Head, a brilliant and ruthless scientist who heads up Himmler's Special Projects Division.
Special Projects? It's marvelously vague.
Well, we know it encompasses all manner of advanced weapons research, including rocketry. It's also rumored to involve ultra-secret research into chemical and biological warfare.
Yeah, it doesn't... This is what I have for a mouse.
But at the moment, we don't know how
no
it
puck
ties
mice
in
on my
with this
G5.
massive archaeological dig near Castle Wolfenstein.
So, advanced weapons, rocketry, chemical and biological research. Now, the occult.
It still doesn't add up.
Well, that's why we sent our boys in there.
The introduction for this game is very long.
Jack, what are our options here?
Well, we could send a backup team in behind them.
Or
we sit tight and hope that they can find a way out.
It's your call, sir.
well, looks like we play the waiting game.
Now we're going to see if I can still play this game. It's been so long since I've actually played it. It's probably been about 2 years.
Come in, Sergeant. Come in. Your orders, Herr Doctor. Go and get the other one. This one is almost finished.
Jawohl.
Now, let's try it again, shall we? Who do you work for?
Okay. Gotta see what my key bindings are because I don't remember anymore. F.
Ah, there you are. Shackle that one to the wall and take the other one off the table. Dr. Z, is everything alright?
Yay, a machine gun!
There he is!
Achtung!
Is someone there?
Oh, of course they set off the alarm. Oh, that's nice. I'm out of ammo. Not like bringing a gun to a knife fight. Or a knife to a gun fight. And I got 10% health left. bastards are sniping me. Oh, there we go. So now we know that I suck at Castle Wolfenstein. Now I wonder if this will run any better on here than it did on the... Well, I know it'll run better on the computer, but I wonder if a scaler can actually handle it. Oh, it seems to be. Alright, Jay, where are you at? This is Jay's favorite game right here.
Welcome to Unreal Tournament Deathmatch training. Deathmatch is a simple game. When the match starts, press fire to...
Oop.
Each weapon in Unreal Tournament features 2 firing modes, called regular and...
Okay, I know how to play the game. That's not the problem. I just want to try this out. There we go.
Play.
And as Jay will tell you, I suck at this game too. Especially since I'm playing on a screen that's like this big right now. And for some reason my mouse is acting dumb. Oh, cool. So that's actually functioning properly. I'm sure UT99 functions fine. So I thought about changing, starting up a little gaming channel where I just play games on original hardware, And that's the only reason I'm kind of curious to see if any of this stuff is working like it's supposed to.
Ranger.
I am not using the ideal equipment to do this. I mean, I'm using a Bluetooth mouse and a Bluetooth keyboard.
You have taken the lead.
As anybody can tell, I do have a thing for Futurama, which is why I have Bender as my avatar. And you can hear his voice in the background every once in a while. Steve would get a kick out of it. I don't know if anybody else would.
You are tied for the lead. You have taken the lead.
Jackass. I'm just playing against the computer, Trina. I'm not playing against anybody. So, I'm just screwing around. I just, like I was saying, I was thinking about starting up a game channel where I just play some of these games on the original hardware, and you know, when I hooked this up to the other scaling device that I had, it wouldn't work for crap, and that's because I think it's basically locked to certain resolutions at certain frequencies. So this at load I got, this is basically universal. So hey, have a good night, Steve. I'll talk to you later. I'll wake you up in about an hour. So that's the only reason I was farting around with this machine. This is my like gaming machine. I mean, I got so much stuff on this thing. It is just I have a Lisa emulator on here. I've got so much stuff on here. You know, it's not even funny. But I was actually thinking about doing the Power PC challenge this year, and I actually can to an extent. If I use one window browser here, yeah, it's connected to Wi-Fi. Is it? Yeah. I don't know how well the Wi-Fi works. Oh. I don't particularly like Wi-Fi. I find it to be unreliable at best. Now, it's been a while since I had this machine like up and running, so I don't know. It's possible that since the last time I did anything with this machine, that all the stuff that I had set up on here doesn't work anymore. Oh, cool, Trina. What kind of Power PC are you? What kind of Power PC are you going to be running? I've actually thought about actually doing a video on this machine, because if we go into applications here, where is it? I actually have Final Cut Pro on here. Whoops, camera fell down. I actually have the original, one of the original versions of Final Cut Pro installed on this machine, and you know, if you're working with like raw, non 4K or even non HD files, you can actually edit a movie on here or a video on here just fine. And I'd actually thought about doing a video, getting my little Canon camera out, just doing a little quick video on something, you know, like the iMac, and actually editing a video on this machine, and then uploading it to YouTube. So, you know, I have it installed. I never actually used it. So, oh, cool, Trina, an iBook, G4 iBook or a G3 iBook? You say you have 10.4, so I'm going to say it's probably a G4 iBook. But this, let's see here, this version came out 2002. So, yeah, this is a little old. So, but this, so this is running Tiger, of course, and it's a 2.1 PowerPC G5, has 2.5 gigs of DDR2 memory, and for anybody who's curious what this machine's actually packing, it's actually packing a lot in a small package, believe it or not. So it has Bluetooth, obviously, because I'm using a Bluetooth mouse and keyboard. It has a dual-layer Panasonic Super Drive in it. It does have FireWire 400. It has our ATI Radeon X600, which is actually attached to the PCI Express bus. And yes, this does have PCI Express, just doesn't have expansion cards. Has 100 or 128 meg? Yeah, 128 megs of memory. So it's not the greatest video card, but it's, for a PowerPC machine, it's not bad. Of course, you know, it has 512 megabytes built onto the board, and then I have a 2 gigabyte DIMM in it. I have a PNY 240 gig SSD in it, and I actually have videos of that. And it has USB too, so it's a very, very usable computer, you know. And it has a 640 by 480 iSight in it, which I believe is actually connected to the. Oh no, it's built on its USB. Right here's the iSight. So I thought it might have been FireWire, but it's not. It's actually USB. So, and of course it has an Airport Extreme card. Ooh, excuse me. Oh my goodness, and it does have a modem in it too. Although I think I have it disconnected right now. So, I don't think there's any updates to do on this. I mean, you can still update it. That's a non-issue. Because actually, the copy of OS 10 that I have of Tiger is actually 10.4.6. So anytime I install it on a computer, I automatically have to update it and do the combined updates. So, yeah, I have all the updates installed. So, but yeah, I have DOSBox on here, and Photoshop, Acrobat, FileMaker. I have Final Cut Express on here too. So I have Age of Empire. I do have Doom 3 on here. I didn't know that. Oh, that's right. I need a CD for that. Okay. That's right. I forgot I have to crack that. And I have the original Doom on here. I got a lot of stuff on this machine. I have no music. Why do I have no music? Well, that's weird. God, I haven't played this in years. This is like a PowerPC source port for Doom, if I remember correctly. Where the hell's that switch at? Huh. Alrighty then. I'll have to set that up. I got Halo, Marathon. Never been a big fan of Marathon. Got Quake 3, Quake 4, Quake 1, Quake... I got all the Quakes. Apparently I have StarCraft on here too. Or I did have StarCraft on here. Huh. Okay. I'll have to read it. So I actually own StarCraft. But I think this version of StarCraft actually has to run under Classic. So Wolfenstein. Oh yeah, that's Return to Castle Wolfenstein. So yeah, I got a lot of goodies on here. So but I got Office 2008 on here, so I mean, I can you know, go through and do just about anything I need to do in terms of that. I do have 10.4 Fox on here. It's slow as balls, but I do have it. I have Virtual PC on here too. Apparently it's not installed properly. Curious to know how well Virtual PC would actually run on this machine. This thing has some pretty wicked speakers inside of it too. Lucifer. Hey, Lucifer. So yesterday I was I was playing with my Panasonic Toughbook, and just for shits and giggles. Now you guys saw the other day. Why is it not booting? Oh, there it goes. So I installed a copy of Windows XP for tablet on Parallels on my Mac Pro, and finally found the correct version. So I installed it on this computer. Now this machine has no internal optical drive, so I had to install it off of my trusty little LG DVD burner here, which is just a USB 2 DVD drive. Very, very nice drive. It's saved my... I've had this thing for eons. I mean, it's saved my ass so many times. I think I paid like $15 for this thing at like Best Buy or something. And it's basically the same thing as the Apple brand Super Drive. But so for shits and giggles, I had the battery fully charged on it, so I wanted to see how long the battery would last. So I installed Windows, restarted this thing a half a dozen times, installed all the drivers and everything on this computer before it even hit 37%. And when I plugged it into the charger last night, it still hadn't even gotten down to 20. So this thing here has an absolutely awesome battery in it. So, and then today, before I started the stream, I'm sitting here at my computer and I hear beep, beep. And I was like, what the hell? Well, here, the ThinkPad, I never turned it off. It's basically been in standby. It's still in the dock. It's been in standby mode this whole time since I farted around with it on Saturday. That was the last time I even touched it, was during the stream on Saturday. So I sat here all that time, and the battery was going low right before I started the stream, and I'd shut it down. No, Jay, the iMac's going to be fixed when I go to Steve's house. This iMac wasn't broken. No, this one's not broken, Jay. Matter of fact, I was playing Unreal Tournament on it earlier. You missed it. Hey, I got 2 out of 3 working, so that's not too bad. Well, 2 out of... Well, how many iMacs do I own? 4? I have 2 out of 4 working, so my iMacs are half working. I know I have a ruby red one down in the shed I need to bring home one of these days and start restoring it. It's in rough shape. It does work, but at least that's what Steve tells me. Yeah, you missed it. I was on here. I was playing Unreal Tournament, and Wolfenstein, and Quake, and Doom, and the original Doom, which I forgot I even had on here. So, oh, I played UT too. I didn't load up 99. I should load up 99 and cheers to see. I'm sure that one will work just fine.
In 2291, in an attempt to control violence among deep space miners, the New Earth government legalized no-holds-barred fighting. The Andrew Mining Corporation, working with the NEG, established a series of leagues and bloody public exhibitions. The fight's popularity grew with their brutality.
Hey, I did play UT
Soon,
2004.
Leandro discovered that the public matches were their most profitable enterprise.
No, but I'm loading up 99 now, Trina, so that, you know, that way we're not lying to Jay. I used to rock this game back in the day. Yes, I know I suck.
Nice.
I don't know, it seems to be stuttering for some reason. Might be my mouse too, because I'm using a Bluetooth mouse. Man, I'm looking good. I'm also looking dead. Alright, Trina, you have a good night. I'm getting ready to get off of here myself. I'm just screwing around. So, you know, if any of you guys are interested in watching me play any of these games and getting my ass kicked, I mean, say something. You know, wouldn't mind recording some videos playing some games on the Real Iron. So, I actually, you know, that's what I was, that's what I was kind of aiming for. Steve and I were talking about it one night. So, I'm not very good at them anymore, but let's shut that down. Yes. And don't worry today, this computer's not sitting on this stand overnight. So I don't know if Steve's still here. If he is, there's his little banner that I like to show. I'm still waiting on new ones for some of my other channels, such as Jay's and Bruce's. So, but on that note, I think I'm going to call it a night. So I want to thank everybody who came. Yeah, I'd like to do live streams. I mean, I have the equipment to do it here. Obviously, I mean, you guys are just watching me do it. I would probably do a different screen layout, but you know. So, but So I'm gonna hang it up for the night. I want to thank everybody for coming. Trina, Mike, Sadmac, Jay, Steve. Who else do we have? Brock. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Will. Oh, not too many people tonight. And thanks for everybody who was giving me pointers on how to try to get the iMac fixed. Philip. I think that's about it. Oh, raw elements, Davison's. So thanks everybody for coming. So you guys all have a good night. I will probably be making a video this week on the iMac G4, the 15-inch one, the one that we refurbished the other day. So that'll be my next video. That was actually going to be my video this week, but I had I wanted to put something out on the PS2 as a kind of I want to be the first one to do it, and actually to also help a guy out. So you guys all have a good night. Like, subscribe, do the whole thing. Don't forget, there's always Patreon if you want to help me out. So you guys have a wonderful evening, and thanks for coming.